Hello? I'm not sure I'm working. Huh?
But see, that's what I needed to live.
I'm not real sure. Leave it on. Hello? I lost my comments too. Am I on? I'm sure I got a lag going on. You seen anybody? Well, and Lester's still going on too, so I'm sure it'll affect something. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and go in case somebody decides to. I'm afraid of. There, maybe we're not going to echo now. Are we still going? Well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and go. Welcome to Thursday's Thoughts with a Twisted Tea. It's been kind of a wild week. We spoke a little bit about, who we are, what we do, what we're doing, where we come from, those kind of things last week. I think this week we're going to maybe get a little more in depth, but we did get I really hope I'm on. We did get a phone call what day was that? Friday or Saturday? I'm preoccupied, so give me a second, guys. the NFL draft is going on, and we're all in kind of shock because Kansas City just picked who nobody thought they were going to pick. I am on StreamYard, and guys, I'm still learning this whole thing. Trying to figure out what's right, what's wrong, who's what, when, and where. Hopefully, I'll maybe be able to get to talk to some experienced content creators, and maybe we can get this thing figured out. I do have StreamYard on my computer, which is kind of how I'm doing this today. How's that? Any better?
I just can't see anything.
Can't see what where. Oh, look up here.
Just because my eyes, I can't see.
But you can see the screen.
I can see us. Yeah, I just can't see.
And
our words.
I'm on YouTube, so maybe we are doing something right. And Lester come on late, guys. I know we have a lot of Lester followers, and that's okay. We're still gonna roll with it. Anyway, we got a phone call from Christy's brother. And you might be able to hear mom's birds in the background. They're kind of chattering because this light's on, and maybe I need to kill this light so they'll think they're asleep. That's what I do in the morning anyway. And as you can tell, I am a Chiefs supporter, have been my whole life. But that's okay too.
See if you can turn that other light on so that
Sure.
it's not so dark.
There. Now we're all lit up like the stage. Anyway, so Christy's brother Daniel called last week. And I believe it was Friday-ish, maybe. One of his good friends had heard that there was a house for sale, I don't know, 20, 25 miles away from us, which was a huge bonus. We didn't have to go to Florida to look at one. We didn't have to pay $1,000 to put something down to reserve a house that was probably a potential scam anyway. So we did go look, and it's what we wanted, 100% what we wanted. The price is right. We made a move on it. But we have to move it. Okay, there's the catch. We got to move this thing. And Tina, let me know if you start seeing comments. I'm still not convinced I'm in the right area, but that's okay. We'll figure that out too. Moving a double wide / modular home is no easy task. There's a lot of things that go into that, and there's a lot of money that goes into that, which I was expecting / not expecting, but that's okay too. So right now it says we have 2 people watching. I'm going to guess that's probably me and you. So we made some phone calls. We inquired about a lot of things. And then we were like, okay, so what do we do now? We decided to make a move on the house. We're going to go talk to the owner tomorrow and put a down payment on it. We also are we talked to the bank today, and we got just a little small personal loan that, sorry, my nose itches. Kansas City must be doing something else. In order to logistically move this thing, right? So we're going to hire somebody to move this thing in. We're still in the cleanup process. We did get Daniel's tractor fixed. I haven't put a video out on that yet, but that thing works like it's brand new. You don't have to wrap up the accelerator. You just start that dog up, hit the lever, it raises it right up. No problem at all, which is a very good thing. We still need to do a little work to JD's truck, get some fluid put in the hoist. But everybody's busy, guys. The weather's been crazy. It's been windy. It's been like March and April. We're still doing doctor's appointments for her cancer stuff, still getting all of that going through. There is just a load of things that we're doing. Okay, well, we're commenting anyway. Hopefully they follow us. I'm still kind of gun shy, making sure we're doing the right thing. I've never done StreamYard. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it or not. We get some people in here. My son did create a song for the channel. And as soon as we get some people in there, we'll see if I can't figure out how to play that thing. And in fact, maybe I should just open up the folder now and be a little more prepared. There she is. Okay. Anyway, on we go. So there's, like I said, there's lots of good things happening. It's a big change for us guys. It was just us two in down in Lubbock. We had a few friends here and there, but 90% of the time it was just me, mama, and the dog, and that was about it. We ended up meeting a lot of people through Longhorn Lester / I'm a Survivor Sanctuary / Suits to Boots / the gang at Morrow Hill, period. And one of those friends was Lori Hill, and she was a huge benefit to Tina, a huge benefit in being able to get stuff done to move up here. And we hope she will come join us eventually. I think she's working, and things are just chaos this time of year. But at the end of the day, it still is a tough task for us. We're still going through a lot of changes. We're still doing a lot of different things. It's farm life chaos, guys. It really is. And it's not chaos in a bad way. It's farm life, and that's the way things go. I'm going to get into myself a little bit later on. I think about what's going on when I'm going to let Tina talk a little bit, because I do have a tendency to ramble on, and the next thing you know, it's been an hour and she hasn't said anything besides sit here and look pretty. So I'll take a swig of Thursday Thoughts Twisted Tea, and we'll let her talk.
I thought all day about what to talk about. I don't have anything to talk about. My dog goes to the beauty shop tomorrow.
It's a tough task when you're put on the spot, isn't it? Well, Miss Wendy, I'm assuming since you're here, Lester's over.
Hello, Wendy.
I wasn't even sure I was doing the right thing, to be flat honest with you, because it's my first time using StreamYard. So, yeah, we're going to go with it and see what happens. How is Texas, Wendy? We got 3 different devices going, so hopefully you don't miss anything. Can you hear us okay?
Maybe we don't have any volume.
Oh, Texas is hot. Okay. Well, that means, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. It's not, I don't know, I suppose it's 75, 80 degrees up here. But the wind, holy moly, the wind likes to blow. That is for sure. Well, I'm kind of the opposite. I can type well, I can't hear. We just kind of got started. I was watching the draft, and I'm a big Kansas City fan, if you can't tell. Oh, yes. The wind is horrendous windy. It's been just the pits this week, and we're out trying to put up road signs and stand on the back of a pickup bed and put these things in. And it's been an interesting week. So I figured maybe, the best thing to do is get rid of the Santa Claus look. So that's what I did. I had to somewhat look like my thumbnail, right? Hello, Full Throttle. I have seen your name a lot, but I can't figure out who you are. Give me a hint. But I do appreciate all the comments. That I mean, guys, those really do help us out a huge, huge bunch. I keep telling myself someday I'm just going to get the courage up to ask some of these experienced creators for an interview and how they got started and what they did to improve their channel and those kind of things. I did get a good response from I did. Uh, it's that time of year where things start getting hot, and maybe it's just kind of change the karma a little bit, right? Change things up. Um, Tina sent me a video from a lady in Canada, and off the top of my head, I cannot think of what her name is. I did. I thought it was kind of time to get rid of the Santa Claus look. I come downstairs and Tina said something and stopped in mid sentence, and she was like, "Okay, who are you?" It was really kind of comical. But there was a lady up in Canada that just ballooned overnight, and she had a video on how to do that. And I made a comment on her video about, I think beginning creators really need to interview um, experienced creators, whether it be her or, whoever, just one of those things, and try to get some advice. Are we doing things right? Are we doing things wrong? We decided maybe we need to do a live once a week just to kind of chat with people, and people get to know us, see who we are, whether or not they recognize us after, I lost a fight with a razor or not, but, all the same. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're trying to explore it. Because I do want to make this thing grow. I try to provide a lot of different looks, a lot of different things. I try to find out the algorithm, and I still can't figure it out, guys. It is such a toss up. Uh, I figured out how to download my videos from Facebook, and started throwing a few of those on. One of them went up today about our Alaskan Malamute Siberian Husky, who was a rescue dog that we picked up and then just died suddenly. But he was a dog that bailed my daughter out of depression after we lost our English Mastiff. She went just downhill fast, and his name was Sam. And that thing had like 6 views. So I thought, okay, well, maybe that's not it. So I put David's interview up there, and David is the kind of kid who is the Delta Whiskey 25 guy, is the kind of kid a lot like me that picks up accents. And when he was in boot camp, he had 73 people of the same nationality in his platoon, and he picked up their accent. And that's what that video kind of portrays. And he couldn't figure out why they were picking on him, why they were hating him. And I said, David, do you think you're making fun of him? And he said, what do you mean you're making fun of him? I'm not. And I said, David, it's your accent. He goes, I don't have an accent. So I played that recording for him. And he's like, oh my, I do have that accent. And he never had a clue that was even happening. But that thing was like almost 600 views. So I still have yet to figure out what my algorithm is, what you guys want to see. So I'm still going to kind of throw everything out there as we go. But it's good to see you guys. I see there's 5 people on tonight. Like I said, we're still learning this live thing. I am on my computer this time. We're on StreamYard, so I hope everything is going to go right. Let's dive into a little bit. How did I get here? I've always wanted to kind of really promote my brother-in-law's model building stuff, because I think it's a real fine art. It's a piece of creativity, if you will, that takes a lot to go into those things. To have an imagination of what you want to build. And he got to showcase some of those this last week, and it did really well on TrophyWise. Thank you, sir. And so that was my main goal to even starting this channel. Well, then I thought, well, I just can't do one video a week. That's kind of crazy, right? So I started doing various other things. And that's kind of where we're going with it. The funny thing is, I have a huge problem called, I'm not even sure if it's a medically term correct, called impatient syndrome. And, I'm one of the people that if I want it done, I want it done now. And I've really learned through this growing process on YouTube that I have to have a little patience. And that's probably the hardest thing for me. Um, Thanks, Wendy. We are so close. Matter of fact, we started in, and I don't know if you were here yet. We were about 45, 50 days from moving a double wide in here. And if you see that complete trailer up the hill that way, that's where it's going to go. It'll sit north and south. We did get a phone call this last weekend that there was a guy about 20, 25 miles away from us that had one for sale. I did have a little bit of a video on that one on a Sunday, and we were ecstatic. We truly were. I mean, we have been looking all over the place to try to get a house. Now, logistically, it's interesting to get a double wide slash modular moved in here. That's going to be the tough thing to go with that for sure. So we've got some guys looking at it. That's where we're probably going to run with this one guy we found who was just, I don't know, 15 miles away from where that house is at. So he's went and looked at it. It's not a cheap endeavor, that's for sure. Holy cow, did I not expect that? But we got it figured out, and that's what we're going to roll with it. So one of these days, within the next couple of months, we hope you will be seeing us from our new house. But that being said, I'm going to try something, and you guys tell me if I'm doing this right. Like I'm going to spy in there because I think my mother-in-law may be watching us. And if she looks in the kitchen, she'll tell me whether or not she is. I'm not sure she is.
I don't think she is.
Somebody is. It must not be her. I was trying to spy. So, guys, tell me if this song works. I'm going to try to play it. I don't know how to do this part of it. Um, Hopefully, I just didn't. Is that playing?
Sun pops up over rusty gates.
Yeah.
Coffee in a thermos, boots by the crate. Two good dogs and a dusty truck. Old back grinning, yeah, we're pressing our luck. This is that Wolfpack farm life, paying our hair, dirt on our smile. Big sky Sunday, small town nights, laughing so loud you can hear us for miles. We got tours, we got heart, we got time on our side.
Doesn't have the video.
Haven't created one yet. I'm hoping somebody will create some content like what's her name, Megan does. Maybe put together a video.
Grandma humming as she sells that sweet. Fresh big corn in a feed store sack. Neighbor waves once, then he never goes back. This is that Wolfpack farm life, paying our hair, dirt on our smile. Big sky Sunday, small town nights, laughing so loud you can hear us for miles. We got tours, we got heart, we got time on our side. Running wild on the Wolfpack farm life.
Hang on a second. You can take it in. Every little day here feels brand new. This is that Wolfpack farm life, in our hair, dirt on our smile. Big sky Sunday, small town night, laughing so loud you can hear us for miles.
We got roots, we got jokes, we got pride in our eyes. I'm running wild on those platform lights. Running wild on those platform lights. Hey!
So, as Tina said, David, who runs Delta Whiskey 25, actually went into an app and typed in a few words and told the app to create me a song with this beat, with that beat, with this kind of thing, and this is what it spit out. He did a song for his grandma who was over there in the next room, and this last weekend he brought down a tribute to uh, his late grandfather who passed away 4 years ago. And I do believe that is on my page. And it was a very well thought of deal. Um, and he did a great job. The AI thing is, the apps are writing the songs, but he's kind of fine tuning it, and he's really got into that. He's done a song for his own channel, and he enjoys doing it. He gets off work, he can go home, he can sit down, he can do these kind of things, and he's really good at it. So when I have an issue, I phone him up. That's what I do. Um, so that's kind of where I have to figure out how we start off with that song. Whether if he just like, do they just start off, when you go live, you just play the song and then away you go. I don't have a video for it yet. I'm hoping, maybe someday somebody, maybe myself, will figure out how to put all that together and we can do a little video that will include the song. It'll be kind of neat to do. But again, guys, I'm just starting and we're going to roll with that. So I kind of wanted to play that when we got somebody here. So I think we started out. Guys, I can segue off of anything. I get sidetracked real easy. So we're gonna go back to how did I get here? JD was the key point, but why? We had, and I can say this because it was in the news. It was public knowledge. We one of my old jobs at one of my locations, one of our employees got killed in an accident, which as a safety person was my biggest fear, guys. It truly was. I never wanted ever have to go through that. And it's really a real sobering feeling to have to do that. Well, because of all of that, there was some restructuring that went on, and that's actually the fourth restructure that I had been through. And so that's how I ended up back in Kansas working for the county. There's a lot of things, and I'm not going to bash my former company, guys. I'm really not, because if they were to call me tomorrow, I would probably go back. Now, this one might be a bit fired up over that, but after 17 years, it's hard to say no. It's hard to let go. It truly is. But safety's where my heart is. Now, somebody asked me at work the other day, why don't you go back? There's more than just your former company. And I looked at him and I said, because I can't stop our boss from doing what he's doing. And it's nothing bad, guys. It really isn't. It's something he's gotten used to doing. But I'm not comfortable and confident enough to speak up and say, hey, we probably ought to throw in a pair of safety glasses. You only got two sets or one set of eyes. You only got two eyes. So I got a little bit of growing to do. I am 53 in 2 days, and I'm still growing. I'm still changing, and I still got stuff I need to learn. And when I got moved up here, initially I was going to be transferred. We were looking at a house in central Kansas, kind of south central Kansas, that we actually took my son, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife's cousin, my real estate agent, all to look at the same house. And the real estate agent was like, "Oh my, you guys like bring out the army to do this, don't you?" But the house was spectacular. We loved it. And then I got informed that they were going to hire within. Thanks for your application. I wasn't applying, I was being transferred. So that's kind of what set the wheel in motion on how I ended up back in Northwest Kansas. Um, I got hired right away, which was very, very important to my wife's health care. I mean, that was a very, very big thing. We had to get her health care established for her cancer battle. So, that's kind of where we're at with it. I might be moving up to what they call the noxious weed department. Um, that guy is going to retire, and seeing how I have uh, a lot of experience in agriculture, that seems to be my next course of action. I'll still work for the county, just in a different department, but it means I won't be driving a truck all the time, which I'm okay with that.
He's already had back surgery from driving truck and has a huge scar across his spine.
It's kind of crazy, I'm good at it, but it's just the last thing I want to do. It wears you out, rough roads and those kind of things, but that's okay. We'll get through it. Where have I heard that before?
What,
No matter what, we'll get through it.
Daddy?
Holy Moses. Every time something went wrong when Charles was alive, all the time, that was the first thing he'd say. No matter what, we'll get through it. And we do. We do get through it. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm watching myself on 4 devices, one of which is a 65-inch TV in the living room around the corner. Oh, Wendy, truck driving can be truck driving can be brutal, especially if you're on county roads, guys. I mean,
My mom's on.
it can be really brutal on a back, and I've gotten a lot healthier since then. I was 340 pounds in 2021. That's kind of funny though. I seen your thumb go up about 30 seconds ago, and I just seen it go up on her TV. I weighed the other morning. I was 245 pounds. I am a type 2 diabetic now. Now, whether that's because of health history or whether it's because I was dumb and got overweight oh yes, I do know that. You told me he was like management. I remember that now. Or what it is, or it's hereditary. My sister just had her neck operated on, so maybe it's a hereditary kind of thing. But it wears you out. I'm really hoping maybe your husband will get fixed up, and I don't really hurt a lot. At the end of the day, if we're bouncing up and down the road for 20 miles hauling 15, 16 loads, it does get kind of rough. And you get kind of sore, but we got good beds now, and I go to sleep, and that's the way you go. It's good to see 5 people on consistently. I wondered where my fifth watcher went, but as soon as I seen the TV flip over, I quickly figured out where that fifth watcher went. It's kind of funny, guys. She supports us so much. She loves the songs. She loves the videos. She watches all of our stuff. She watches all the JD stuff. She's a real, real big supporter of what we do. What else we got going on? Oh, I don't know if I told you guys last week, but I am done with school. I'm officially done. DON done. I got my graduation referral is all done. I've known a few people like that, Wendy. I will probably work on the farm tomorrow. I will probably work on the farm Saturday. If my grandson shows up, he will work me into the dirt. That little turd, he was up at going at 8:30 last Saturday. And he says, I'm going out. He's 15. I said, okay. I went outside and he had my entire gator load with cinder blocks. It's perfectly stacked. I mean, he's a working fool. He did a lot of the video on Friday. Sunday morning, he wakes up and he says, what are we doing today? I said, I'm not sure, Logan. Sunday's usually kind of our relaxed day. He was kind of bummed out. Like, well, oh no. I sent him out to spray some ant hills, and those ant hills are still gone. So he loves to work. He's a good kid.
He told his mom that he didn't get worked hard enough for the pay that he got.
So does that mean I don't have to pay him this week?
No, we gotta pay him.
Try to get a 2-for-1 deal on that one. I have to show you. Those guys are always showing coffee cups, right? I mean, that crew in Texas, they have to have 1 million. I thought your parents had 1 million coffee cups. No. When we started this channel, it kind of pulled the family together a little bit. And my mother-in-law all got us coffee cups. And I have yet to drink anything out of it. Probably stay that way because I will probably put it on my desk when I get in my house. I thought that was just the neatest thing. Really was felt from the heart tremendously because we are the wolf pack. We do work together and we're starting to make bonds tighter and stronger. I tell everybody Valentine Hill is a lot like Morrow Hill, except Morrow Hill gets a lot more rain than Valentine Hill does. Valentine Hill is green, let me say. I mean, you see some of the breeze and, all those guys. I mean, it's green all the way across. We for sure can use some rain, but in a sense, we're the same crew. And that's what we do. We're going to work together. We're going to work together to get it done. We're going to hopefully work on a piece of equipment Saturday that is really pivotal in what we do. See if we can find a hydraulic leak on it. And we're all going to pull together and do it. Things are really coming along really, really great. David's still coming out. You can see some of his stuff. I think, Wendy, you're subscribed over there. He's always playing around in that scraper, maybe in a front end loader a couple of times, playing in the dirt. And you can see in his videos how dry and windy it really is. It is so crazy watching that in there because I could see you looking up at me from about 30 seconds ago. I look at the TV. I look at the TV in there and I see you looking up at me, but it was from 30 seconds ago. So I'm like, okay, what is she trying to gonna be like Jamie and start squeezing my leg or
No.
It's crazy.
I was thinking about something. I don't know what it was.
You forgot already?
Yeah.
Must be like this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're still learning, guys. We're still growing. We're still cruising. I check out my subscribers, and so last night I had 87, and I thought, man, that is totally cool. I usually throw out a video first thing in the morning and try to get some other ones here and there. The 87 come out during one of those shorts yesterday. Well, this morning I woke up, I had 85. And I was like, okay, where are these guys going? Who's missing? Who left? I'm back up to 86 now. So, we're cruising right along.
Wendy, I have good moments and bad moments. I'll start to eat and then I get sick and I can't eat. So it's definitely a roller coaster with what's going on with me. Is sometimes a little much at times, but I just have to keep on believing that it'll be all right.
And she did get her PET scan back, and I don't remember if we talked about that last week or not, but
we did.
It was clear.
They're still waiting for the PET scans from Texas, and I talked to Texas today, and they're going to get them sent up, but
was today a bad day?
Well,
Was today a bad day?
yeah, I was
But
sick.
was that because you were sick or because of all the phone calls you had to make?
No, I was sick.
No. She has been my like logistics queen, guys. Um, she felt a little bit rough today, but she has been on the phone trying to get all these things settled up and settled out and trying to get some trucks and people to move this house and then trying to deal with the insurance. Holy Moses, those guys can't get together. So she gets stuck in between three different people and I'm driving around the county trying to figure out what I'm doing. And then she calls and says, "You got a minute?" And I'm like, "Okay, yep." Because whether I don't or I do, I still make them because it's important to her. And so she'll rant and rave for a while and then, off we go and she feels better. So that's kind of what we do. Um, I didn't add your name up here, did I? And I don't know how to do that. So I'm not going to screw it up because I don't want to disconnect nothing. But
No,
we're just now starting to figure this stuff out. Um, what else we got going on? There's some concrete work that's probably going to happen. We did get some quotes on some of that kind of stuff. Being out in the country, you don't have what do they call that? Septic or city sewers.
well, I
We
got
got
a
septic
septic tank secured and a propane tank secured.
Well, see, I didn't know about the propane tank, so there we go.
Yeah,
We don't have city sewer out here, so we have to set up the septic tank system. And fortunately, my brother-in-law Corey, who I work with, has a backhoe, so we'll be able to do that ourselves. We'll be able to trench the water line ourselves. We'll have to call in an electrician, of course, and get that all secured and squared away. But things are looking good, guys. This house, video wise, I'm going to try to do a better job, but it is really, really neat. We've already decided that we're probably going to do a concrete pad. Okay, I got a delay here somewhere. Where is it? Is it my phone, your phone, or where? I can hear my voice background.
it's got to be your phone. 'Cause I have
Um,
earbuds in.
Let's try that. Now where was I at? Nope,
Something about a concrete pad. It's mom.
it's mom's out there. Okay, that's where I'm hearing it from.
But what did we do in a concrete pad? for?
A garage floor. If we have the money,
Oh.
we're going to put in a garage floor because we want to put in a garage. Whether we get it, what they call dried in. Thanks, Wendy. When I get to the moderator stage, I've said it before, Wendy, and you for sure are going to be my first one because you help me keep up. That's for sure. I'm just going to be lost on that second hour on Shop Talk on Sundays when you go watch that other guy. But that's okay. We'll survive. We want to do what they call dry in a garage, meaning we want to frame it, board it up, and put a roof on it on the north side of the house because Kansas can get pretty cold. Then we want to help have a little bit of a barrier from that cold. So that's what we're going to look at possibly doing too, depending on the whole money situation, of course. And JD's got a bunch of different guys that he knows. So, we will for sure inquire about that. This is a house that you have to split. We had one guy say he could move it in, but he wasn't going to split it. And we're not opposed to that idea, but I don't know if we have a big enough driveway to get the house in, like Emily's home. So I think we're going to go the other route. The guy that is going to do it supposedly has a lot of experience in moving these things. So we have to take the skirting off. We do have a couple of smaller trees that we have to cut down, but that's no big task. And then they have to pull some siding off the sides. And then they have to literally split the house in two. So they'll split the roof, and then they split the inside, and then the floors, and then
Brace the walls and put a covering over.
your modular home / double wide is like this, and it turns into this. And then it gets hauled this way and then this way. They'll have to, like she said, they have to go in there, they brace the walls, and they have to put a plastic covering. The good thing about this is that we don't have to pay a ton of miles. It's only 25 miles out here. So the mileage fee is going to be, fairly tolerable. We did have a company out of Oklahoma City that could do it for about $4,000 to $5,000 cheaper, but they were not going to put it back together. Yep. So 100% know what we're doing. And we're like, I don't think we're going to go that route. I think we're just going to pay a little bit extra, and this guy's going to put it together. The kooky part is I used to race with this guy. So I do know him. That's small town Kansas life, guys. That's in Western Kansas. Everybody knows everybody somewhere. But we love it. We've already decided we're going to turn one of the, I suppose it's a living room, front room, whatever you're going to call it.
Room. It's the
entryway
formal
room.
living room.
I think we're going to put up a couple of walls and a door and make that into an office / extra bedroom, put a futon in it, one of those kind of things. I believe we're going to do that. The bathroom is about as big as a bedroom is. I mean, that bathroom is humongous. Lots of people are excited about that. We don't have to buy a stove. We don't have to buy a refrigerator. We don't have to buy a dishwasher. We don't have to buy a microwave. Those are all huge, huge things. Now it's just a waiting game. Keeping our equipment running, keep on cleaning up, keep on rolling through this project. It really is kind of a cool pleasure. We get all work together once, 2, 3 times a week. Oh, the tub. Oh, yes. Yeah, the tub is like get in it and go swimming for a while, right? It's a big, big dude. We get it pulled together. And that's maybe that's why I was sent here, so we can all pull together. We can all work together. We can get tightened back up a little bit. We have started to plan our annual Mother's Day cookout. And I will do, oh, there she goes. Oh, she's not turning up the sun tanning light today. Good thing, because my poor head, I don't think could handle the suntan. So Emily, when you hear this, thank you for not burning my head. I think your mom just muted the TV because she's talking to Emily. Oh, guys, it's so fun. It's so cute. Annual Mother's Day cookout. Did she hear it? No, she did hear us. Thank you for saving my head. JD's barbecue grill has to be moved by a skid steer. That's funny. I think that's my computer. Anyway, it's huge, and he puts on a Mother's Day barbecue every year, and it is so fun because lots of people come out. His brother-in-law was like, "Hey, are we going to do this year?" He's all excited about it. He likes to get family together. He likes to get involved, so it's a good time. We're working on the plans for those right now. What else is going on?
I don't know.
You got doctors next week?
Nope. Finally, no.
Where's Mark Weatherford at? We purposely set up the thumbnail, and that was the other reason why I shaved. I was trying to look like the farm picture, the Green Acres guy,
Did you put that on the?
It should have been
channel?
on my thumbnail. It should have been up there for the video part. Drake is going to the beauty shop tomorrow, his 6-week visit. He'll go in and get bathed up, de-shedded, and pampered. And this dog gets pampered more than I do. That's crazy. But he keeps mama in line. So, I guess we got to take care of the little runt. Go move some money around, put the down payment on our house. I'm trying to think of what else we got going on. If the wind is not blowing tomorrow, we may load some trucks up. Oh, we got to put some wheels and tires on Daniel's tractor. We got him some tires.
And some seals getting picked up
yep.
tomorrow.
His PTO pump Thank you so much, Full Throttle. We will be on every Thursday at 8 o'clock and Sundays at 7 for the model building prospect of it. Spread the word, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your support, sir. And I will see you next time.
Thank you, Full Throttle.
Because of the issue with the pump and the throttle body and the whole loader thing, we had to put a different pump on it. So he put a PTO pump on it. And that thing hasn't been used in a while, so the seal's leaking a little bit, and we'll get that fixed up tomorrow. It's good to see you guys. It really is. Lester says all the time, and I use Lester as an example, but, blessed to have you, and we truly are. We're glad you guys come over and support us. Kind of a little bit, and Wendy, you probably have heard this story, but we sent Lester a video or a gift, some doggy treats and the play phone. Was frozen, right?
Yes.
Because Gemma was always playing with the phone. So we sent Gemma her own little phone to play with, and we sent him a note. Well, I don't necessarily fully think he understood, but for the longest time, I harassed Tina about watching her garbage. I had no idea what she was watching. I truly didn't. And one night in Lubbock, I flipped it on, and I've been watching ever since. I set it up on the dash of my vehicle when I'm checking road signs, and I'm watching this. I'll set it up over here. I'll listen to him all day long. And now I'm watching them all. I'm watching Bree and Dan and Kim, Jake. Jake's fun to watch. We know a guy where we come from that laughs just like Jake. And we were in the bar having a pizza and a beer, and she had her back, and she goes, "Oh my God, what is that laugh?" I said, "Oh, yeah." And the individual got up, come up to pay, was food bill and stuff. And I said, "That's the guy that's laughing." She goes, "Oh my God, I thought that was a girl." He has got such a high pitched laugh, and he is such a character, has a fun time, just like Jake does. But I was supposed to that next night, Wendy, if you remember, he said he had a special guest, but I could not get this whole connecting StreamYard thing figured out. I was that special guest. And hopefully we will connect one of these days, but it's fun watching those guys.
He still thinks that Scott has dreadlocks.
I'm Scott Dreadlock, in case you didn't know. Really? It's amazing he has that kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Influence on people. People truly do like him, and then you get those occasional people that, what's the one today? Leave Wendy or leave Jamie alone. You just harass him. And they don't know. I mean, they don't know the signals they got. If the door's shut, Lester leaves her alone. I bug her all day long when I'm here. That's what happens, and we will find some, I don't want to say haters, but we're going to find those people, and that's okay. Yeah, I am Scott Dreadlocks, and you can tell I am far from dreadlocks. But it's been so fun interacting with him. The one comment he made, it was on I'm a Survivor. Ladies, who's your big galoots? And I typed in Tina. He's like, "Oh my God, are you in the doghouse on that one, Scott Dreadlocks?" So, it's a fun. I really would like to sit down and have a talk with him, just because I want to learn. And I think it's important that I learn. But, we'll get there eventually, and we've got to be a little patient with that. So we got no doctor's appointments, no medications to pick up. We have just the dog tomorrow.
Well, I might get some meds tomorrow, but that's.
You've met him, Wendy?
Yeah, I think Wendy, didn't you go to the Meet the Morrows?
Oh, I bet she did. We wanted to, but that was right before we moved up here, and there was
Well,
just
and
no
that was
way.
when we found out I had cancer, and everything was just so crazy.
Wendy Bowers, right? Well, and I think, I think David does. He goes, well, that's Wendy Bowers, Dad. I mean, if you are the Wendy Bowers, and yeah, I mean, I know your name, but that's about it. Oh, cool
Yeah.
deal. Okay. Tina knows who you are. She knows your whole crew, Brenda Dodd and you and who
Terry
else is it?
Bodine.
Yeah. Lori, is she in that crew somewhere? Wendy Powers, the basket case. Is that a Lester name? Someday I'll figure out how to. We're gonna have to go find that. I'll figure out how to invite people on here too. We'll just have a conversation with Wendy one of these days.
And I had a minute left here. My dog has decided he wants to cry because we're in here and he can't get to me.
Oh well, yeah, 8 o'clock. Oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes I think the entitlement and the self-centeredness is really running rampant in today's world. Lester's got a nickname for everybody. I don't get offended by calling me dreadlocks. I'm not even close to having dreadlocks. It's Lester. Sometimes his humor people just don't get, but that's okay. It's past 8 o'clock too, and that's usually Drake thinks it's his bedtime at 8 o'clock. Oh, okay. I was in first place so many times. I'm dead walking 316. And I was in the top 5. And then I'd get one wrong and okay, I'm done. That was it. But for those that go back and watch later, I think we're going to close it up because our hour is up. Actually, in a minute and a half. I was late. You didn't tell me that. That's because I was too busy trying to figure this out. And we will see what we can get done this week. I'm in Central, Wendy. Actually, that's a lie. The other side of the road is Central. This is actually in Mountain Time Zone, but the road is the difference. But we run off of Central Time, so we're the same as you. We're at 9 o'clock right now. I didn't see my nephew on earlier either. Wonder if he forgot. We are 30 miles from the Colorado line.
Well, as the crow flies, about 20.
Oh. No, start at 8, maybe. Maybe I did say 8. I don't know.
You did, but it's 9 o'clock here.
It's 9 o'clock here. So we're real close to Colorado and like 70 from Nebraska. So, it's cruising around in there somewhere. Hello, Jingle. Nice to see you. Welcome in. I didn't realize you were here. If you want to stay and chat, guys, we can sure stay on a little later if you want.
I think I'll let y'all stay with Mr. Dreadlocks, and
You gotta go take care of your baby.
I gotta take care of my dog. He's crying.
Well, Jingle, thank you for joining us. Join us next time. We will be on every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Wendy, thank you again. You always are one of our true and great supporters, as is everybody. And we will be on Sunday at 7 for Shop Talk with JD's Model Building. And of course, we'll show some videos of what we're doing here, there, and everywhere. Guys, we're going to do it the way we do it every end. Love
Good
you
night.
guys. See ya.